1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8. Oh.
I'm on it. It's the final Friday night in September as St. Clair County hosts homecoming for the final Friday in September, and also the final September tune-up before a pivotal month of October for both Shelby County and St. Clair County, as two up-and-coming programs in Central Alabama clash tonight here in Odenville, Alabama. It's the Fighting Saints of St. Clair County and the Wildcats of Shelby County, as we wish you a happy game day here on FNN for this week's FNN High School Football Game of the Week. Our countdown to kickoff: built tough, built fast, backed by Bama Sheds. James Hardy, along with Coach Eddie Bullock, Shasta Jones, Jackson New, Jim Jacobs, and our FNN crew. And another warm but comfortable night, Eddie, for some high school football Friday. But at least when it comes to a couple teams that we're going to see, Shelby County and St. Clair County, at least as far as the Central Alabama high school football scene, a couple of up-and-coming programs we're going to see tonight.
Absolutely. Both of them are doing well. I think St. Clair County only has one loss, and I think Shelby County has two. So I think both of them on the uprise.
First, let's look at the Fighting Saints of St. Clair County as they come off of a blowout 47-9 win over Center Point on the road last week. Now, a couple weeks ago, a tough 55-0 loss at Moody. Certainly nothing to hang their heads about, because Moody will still be having a lot more teams they'll be dominating on their schedule as far as one of the top, if not the top program in Class 5A. But we're going to see a lot of athleticism as far as this Fighting Saint offense, Eddie, from third-year head coach Tyler Robinson. And really, you look at their offense, certainly a steady presence in junior quarterback Landon Smith. But we had Josh Douthard about a few weeks ago for FNN Coaches Show as our Week 2 Player of the Week, when he had 4 touchdown receptions in a 42-28 win against Montgomery Catholic. And St. Clair County that night gave Montgomery Catholic their first loss in 3 years. So when you look at, Eddie, this St. Clair County program, we're going to see a lot of athleticism, especially on the edges at the skilled positions offensively.
Well, when you beat a team like Montgomery Catholic, you know you're on the upswing. I had the privilege of playing them a few times back when I was coaching, and that's a terrific program. And, for them to get a win over them, that's a great job.
And then looking at Shelby County, our first time to see them this season, 3-2 overall in the season, 2-1 in Class 5A Region 3. Now their region is kind of a Central Alabama and also Black Belt-centric region in Class 5A, with programs like Demopolis and Montevallo and Jemison, as well as a couple in Tuscaloosa County in Northside and Sipsey Valley. For Shelby County, they had a 49-17 loss, but talking with Coach Zeb Ellison during the week, the game was much closer than that. In fact, when you look at the Wildcats' mistakes from Shelby County in that fourth quarter, Shelby County came in with a chance to beat one of the top 10 teams in Class 5A last week on the road at Northside, but just made too many mistakes to close the deal.
Well, and you can't do that against good teams. I'm pretty familiar with Northside, and they actually have a great team. So that's nothing to hang your head over either.
And so you look at, for both of these teams, one of those almost look-ahead weeks for both of them. For St. Clair County, next week they'll have one of their biggest games of the season right here in Odenville against Leeds. And then Shelby County, they're going to have another big road game on the road at Demopolis. And Eddie, this is a tough stretch for Shelby County in their season schedule. This is almost halfway through a 4-game road swing.
Absolutely. And when comparing the two teams, I think Shelby County has the tougher road, going on toward the finish because of having those games on the road and, the teams that they have to play.
But also, in fact, going into this timeout, before we take a look at our big ones, as our countdown to kickoff brought to you by Bama Sheds, we talked our FNN microphones, able to catch up with Coach Tyler Robinson. And this begins a stretch of 6 games, the final 6 games of the regular season for St. Clair County. 5 of them are at home. And we asked Coach Robinson just how big having basically the back half of their games almost exclusively at home is for his team.
Oh, it's huge, man. You can anytime you're at home with your home crowd, your community behind you, it always makes it tougher and life tougher for the opponent. It was actually the flip side for us last year. I think we're our last 5 out of 6 were away last year. Having all those teams have to come to us this year, and Odenville is very electric on Friday night. Everybody shuts down down, businesses shut down, and they come show out and be loud for our kid. Having that home field advantage goes a long way. If we do what we're supposed to do, hopefully we'll have home field advantage first round of the playoffs as well.
Well, you take a look at that schedule that St. Clair County has, and next week at home against Leeds, at Springville in a couple of weeks, and then the 17th, 24th, and 31st at home against Lincoln, Jacksonville, and Asheville. So some key home games coming up for St. Clair County, and a big opportunity for them not only to clinch their spot in the postseason over the next few weeks, but maybe, depending on how the rest of their season goes, be able to host a first-round playoff game in Class 5A. It is homecoming week here at St. Clair County High School. We'll go ahead and take this time out as we'll have a look at the big ones across the state coming up on the other side of this timeout as our countdown to kickoff brought to you by Bama Sheds.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
Our countdown to kickoff brought to you by Bama Sheds, as it is homecoming week at St. Clair County High School. We're actually just a little bit off campus outside of at least the Odenville Intermediate School, but still in the heart of Odenville. James Hardy with you, along with Coach Eddie Bullock, as we get into our big ones. And, Jim, as you know, when you get into Season 15 of airing high school football games here on FNN, you know that even once you get to the middle of the season and that mid-portion of non-region play, that doesn't mean there aren't big games around the state.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, especially in our area where we have so many tight races in 3A Region 6, 5A Region 6, a lot of stuff going on, guys, and we got to take care of business, because if you don't do it, Eddie, you're not getting those points, and you need them.
Absolutely. You need all the points you can get at this time.
So let's go ahead and roll out this week's slate of big ones across our area. And first off, Glencoe and Hoax Bluff. Now, this appeared early in the season, Eddie, that this might be at least an easy Hoax Bluff win, even in a rivalry match. But Glencoe, they've had a great start to their season so far.
Well, I think Glencoe is doing a tremendous job. You know, they count on the uprise. And, Hoax Bluff, they pretty solid. But, I think they're slipping a little bit at home, And I think Glencoe is going to give them a tough battle. But I think they're probably going to eke one out at home, a close one at home.
I like how you put it, eke one out, and that's what Hoax Bluff will do tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Hoax Bluff just because they have the home field.
Absolutely.
But this is one that don't be surprised,
Right.
guys. Don't be surprised. Shasta, let's get down to you on the sidelines. You and Jackson, what's your pick on this one?
I think I'm going to agree with y'all with the home field advantage. I like Glencoe's defense, but I've got to go with Hoax Bluff.
And I got to agree as well. I think they bounce back this week with a win.
All right, well, let's get to our next one. This one is a important one as well, just because Oxford's just had bumps in the road lately, and they kind of need to get things smoothed out, Eddie. I'll go with the Big O at home, but again, this is a Helena team that held Moody to 1 touchdown difference in their loss last week at the Bill.
Well, and I agree with you, Jim, wholeheartedly. I think Helena's very capable going in there beating them, but I'm going with the Big O at home. I think they're going to bounce back and get a victory.
Which Big O shows up this week? I like Oxford this week to win.
Shasta?
You know I got to go with Go Big O.
She just likes that mud that Miss Davidson makes. That's why she always picks Oxford.
That could be it, but, I did go to school there, so.
All right, Jackson, who you got, Helena or Oxford?
I got to go with the Yellow Jackets here. I feel like it's a must-win to, get their confidence built back up.
I agree. So we go with Oxford across the board. This is a huge game down in Auburn tonight. Moody and Coach Gaines, former FNN Coach of the Year. Keith Etheridge down at Auburn, former FNN Coach of the Year twice over. So who's going to get this one tonight, Coach?
Well, I'm just going to keep it simple. I think Moody is very capable, but I'm going with Auburn at home.
Not going to be a washout this year, unlike last year that canceled the game this time last year, but I like Auburn at home.
I'm going to go with Auburn. I sway just a second, Coach, but I'm coming right back to that Big A down there. And we'll go with the Tigers down in Auburn tonight to pick up the W over Moody. But Moody is a team to be reckoned with for certain. Shasta?
I hate to disappoint everyone, but I'm going to have to go with Auburn, too.
Same thing with me. I got to go with the Auburn Tigers to get the win at home.
All right, let's move over to Hoover at Parker tonight. This is a big game, James.
Oh, yeah, huge game for both teams. A measuring stick game in a lot of ways. Maybe as much for Hoover as it is for Parker, but I think Parker narrowly gets the W tonight.
Well, and I think I'm going to go against the grain on this one. I think Hoover going to sneak in there and eke out a very close game there. Parker, just to me, I don't think they're the same Parker that I watched the last couple of years. So I'm going with Hoover.
All right, I got to go with Parker tonight. I don't think Hoover has demonstrated that they're the Hoover of old. Right. I like Parker at home, the defending state champs, to get it done. Shasta?
I agree with you, Jim. I think it's going to be a great game, but I'm going to go with Parker.
And I agree. I think Coach Warren goes in there and gets a win.
All right, here we go with our next one, Southside at Etowah. Guys, we've done this game over the years several times, and each time it's been a knockdown, drag-out, Coach.
Well, I'm going to keep it simple, Southside.
I agree as well, but Southside better not be sleeping on Etowah tonight.
Give me the Panthers in this one on the road. Shasta?
Southside Panthers.
And I agree with everybody. I think Southside goes in there and gets a win.
All right, so Southside across the board. Donahoe at Ohatchee. Coach, this is a game of the have-nots so far this season. Everybody's struggling to find wins on this slate. Who do you like tonight on the Creek Bank?
Well, you could flip a coin, but I'm going with the Indians at home. I think they're going to defeat Donahoe. I just, like you said, it depends on who got home field advantage, so I'm going with Ohatchee.
I'm with the Tribe as well. I'll pick them at home over the Falcons tonight.
Ohatchee as well.
Shasta?
Ohatchee Indians at home.
I think Coach Shannon gets it done, Ohatchee.
All right, all 5 for the Indians. This one, of course, was played last night. Great football game. Eddie missed the end of it.
Absolutely. Hey, I had given up on Clay Chalkville at halftime.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody, Clay Chalkville across the board, they won the game in the fourth quarter. This is a huge game, James, as well, because we've got Southside or Scottsboro at Central Clay County. Scottsboro, I think, is still undefeated, and this is a big game in Class 5A.
Well, they have not lost since a 2-point loss to open the season at Fort Payne. This might be a similar type of game for Scottsboro going on the road tonight. I think this time, though, they're going to pull it out in a very tough road environment.
Well, I think it's going to be a tough game. And Scottsboro, just like y'all said, is very capable of going in there just taking a win. But I'm not going to bet against the Horn at home, so I'm going to stick with Danny Horn at home.
All right, well, I got to go with Coach Horn as well, although I understand Clay County lost their quarterback, and I'm not sure if he's back yet or not from an injury. So we'll see what the deal is, but got to go with Clay Central at home tonight, Shasta.
You know, I have to agree with Coach Bullock, and I would go with Coach Danny Horn in the Central Clay.
And, I can't pick against the GOAT. I got to go with Danny Horn and the Vols to get it done at home.
All right, Cedar Bluff at Spring Garden tonight. Little tussle up there in Cherokee County. Couple of rivals. Who you like, James?
I like Spring Garden to pull it out at home tonight.
I say go Garden, go.
Go Garden, go. All right. Well, I'm going to stick with Spring Garden as well. Shasta?
Spring Garden all the way.
I got to agree. Go Garden, go.
All right, so all 5 for Spring Garden, and that gets us to basically back where we started, or the reason we're here tonight, but we're going to stop now for the playing of our national anthem. And that gets us through the national anthem and basically ready to talk about the game on tap tonight here between a couple of really good teams. Get it up here. Shelby County and St. Clair County. Saints are having a really good year, James.
Absolutely. They're just steadily making their way up the 5A food chain under Coach Tyler Robinson, as they won 5 of their 10 games last year, split their 10 games in Coach Robinson's second season, came just shy of making the Class 5A playoffs, while Shelby County last year, an 8-3 record overall, including a first-round appearance in the Class 5A playoffs. And in the all-time series, Shelby County has a solid 10-4 cushion against St. Clair County. We're almost ready for the toss of the coin, but before that, let's hear the keys from our coaches for tonight. First, with Shelby County head coach Zeb Ellison.
We just got to be able to control the clock, not give up explosive plays. They do a really, really good job defensively, but the biggest thing with us is go out, play hard, play mistake-free football, and let the chips fall where they may.
And then let's hear from Coach Tyler Robinson as far as what his team needs to do for a homecoming win.
Man, I have so much respect for them and Coach Zeb Ellison down there, who's done a fantastic job for many years now at Shelby County. They're such a just well-respected program because of how they do things. They're a hard-nosed physical, athletic football team that every year has been, I think, since Coach Ellison's been there, I think they've only missed the playoffs one time. So, what he's done there and what he's implemented in those kids, you can always expect a fight from them. They are really good at what they do. They don't change what they do. They're just really good at it. So, it's kind of going to boil down to who can execute the best. So it's going to be a hard-fought game, very physical football game. But we can't wait for the challenge.
There you hear from Coach Zeb Ellison for Shelby County and Tyler Robinson for St. Clair County, as we are almost ready for our toss of the coin, and we got our 3 captains across the way for Shelby County, including Tylen Nichols and Brody Haynes. Our toss of the coin tonight brought to you by Odenville Drugs. You can find them at odenvilledrugs.com. We work hard every day to offer the following services, including immunizations, money orders, vaccinations, drive-through, and also free local delivery. A big thanks to our friends at Odenville Drugs for joining us as they present our toss of the coin. St. Clair County still awaiting their captains to come out onto the field, and also for Shelby County, one more of their captains, as Cooper Pennington, their special teams captain, will be coming out to midfield here shortly. Coming into tonight, St. Clair County at 3-1 on the season, and for Shelby County, they're at 3-2 on the year. James Hardy, Coach Eddie Bullock, as well as Shasta Jones down on the sidelines. Jackson New also with us here up in the booth. He'll have our midway statistics for as part of our halftime coverage. Shelby County looking to bounce back as far as the series is concerned after they took a tough 28-21 loss at home to St. Clair County at this point of the year last year. And then, as we mentioned, really as far as the rest of the way for Shelby County, they're going to be on the road 2 more times over a 4-week stretch, as they were on the road last week and took a loss in Tuscaloosa County to Northside in Class 5A Region 3 play. And then they'll be on the road the next 2 weeks at Demopolis next week, and then at Montevallo in a couple of weeks. While for St. Clair County, they're at home almost the rest of the regular season, except for a road trip, a short one at that, up to Springville for what will be a very important Class 5A Region 6 battle in about 3 weeks. But next week for St. Clair County, they'll host a short trip for the Green Wave of Leeds, as a big region game coming up for both of those teams next week, but an important non-region game tonight for St. Clair County and Shelby County, as Landon Smith, along with Travell Jones and Josh Douthard, along with one more of their quartet of captains in Brody Haynes. Our official for tonight from the Alabama High School Athletic Association is Justin Johnston. Just about a packed house here in Odenville, Alabama. Mickey Venable Field, the site for tonight's Class 5A non-region battle. Once again, Odenville Drugs presents our toss of the coin at your hometown drugstore here in the heart of St. Clair County. Our countdown to kickoff presented by Bama Sheds. You can find them at bamasheds.com or call them up at 256-268-8484. Ever so slowly advancing our way as far as the toss of the coin. Oh, and don't forget, next week for our game of the week, we'll be back at Lot Mosby Memorial Stadium, a critical 4A Region 6 clash between Anniston and Cherokee County. The winner likely will get the number 1 seed out of Region 6 for postseason. So that'll be a big game between Cherokee County and Anniston, as Cherokee County also won by a couple of touchdowns last night up in center over Shades Valley. Should have some exciting football, especially offensively for St. Clair County, as Landon Smith in his second year at quarterback, and then Josh Douthard, one of the top wide receivers in Class 5A in the state of Alabama, And also St. Clair County, they're building a very exciting program. And like at least their 5A Region 6 counterpart just down Highway 411 and Coach Jake Gaines' Blue Devils of Moody High School. When you look at Jake Gaines, maybe the brightest young coaching prospect in the state of Alabama in the high school ranks, but Coach Tyler Robinson just as young and also just as promising as far as his future as a high school football coach in this state. Now, Eddie, before we get to the coin toss, as far as just kind of give us an idea, how big is this type of game for both of these teams, even though it is a 9-region game?
Oh, it's extremely big. You're talking about a rivalry, and a lot of times you can't play statistics on rivalries because you have to throw the numbers out the one, and it's just whichever team gets settled in and get the nerves calm, get all the jitters out, and execute their game plan is usually the team that come out on top.
Something Coach Tyler Robinson reminded me as far as our first trip here to Odenville. A great atmosphere, almost kind of a very much under-the-radar type of atmosphere. It is packed tonight here on Homecoming in Odenville as the two teams make their way to midfield. Odenville Drugs will give us our toss of the coin, and we'll send it down to Justin Johnston, our referee for the toss of the coin.
My name is Justin Johnson. This is Gary tonight, okay? St. Clair, we're going to call you red. Shelby, we're going to call you white. Because he's a visiting team, let him call the coin toss. Cross is heads, the Bible verse is tails. Tails heads. I want you to say loud enough right now where he can hear it. He called tails. If I drop it, we'll do it again. That means you want to toss, you want to receive, correct? You want to kick from the clock? Defend the score. I'll turn around, guys. St. Clair face the score. St. Clair, stop. St. Clair, want to toss and has elected to receive. Guys, shake hands and go get your feet.
Well, there you hear Justin Johnston, and it gets us in and out of that Odenville Drugs toss of the coin. And St. Clair County wins the toss, and they're going to go on offense first. And give us, Eddie, your keys for tonight.
Well, basically, it's pretty much what the coaches talked about. I think Shelby County has to limit the explosive plays of St. Clair County, and they just got to play good, hard-nosed football and try to limit the speed and keep them inside the box. And what St. Clair has to do is they have to spread them out. You're going to have to not only try to, because they're kind of thick in the middle, you're going to have to spread them out and try to put out the leaks in space and get the ball to them in space.
Here comes Shelby County first, the visiting team, onto the field. As St. Clair County on homecoming, about to make their way out of the home locker room as the Fighting Saints make their way out onto the playing surface of Mickey Venable Field. An up-and-coming program in Class 5A, Region 6. They're off to a 3-1 start on the season, 11-13 so far, midway through his third season for Coach Tyler Robinson here at St. Clair County, but certainly on the upswing as they went from 3 wins in 2023 to 5 last year and already at 3 so far this season. Maroon tops and white bottoms tonight for St. Clair County, and all whites, the tops and bottoms for Shelby County. Shelby County almost at the halfway point of a 4-game road swing, and then right at the start of 5 out of the last 6 in the regular season at home for St. Clair County. And I imagine for St. Clair County on homecoming, but more importantly in the big picture, a lot of home games down the stretch at home. They want to get a win just to get off to a good start basically over the back half of their schedule, Eddie.
Well, it's a tough game between these two because of a rival, but I'll tell you something, James, most of the time a team pick you on homecoming is either they trying to get added motivation or they believe they can beat you.
Rennie Martinez set to kick off for Shelby County. They'll go from south to north, so from our right to left here in the first quarter. Set to receive will be Douthard and Jones. As we are just about set to get underway. There's the at least short kick and onside kick. Let's see, Shelby County says that they have the football. And this would be a big momentum setter for Shelby County if they do indeed get the kickoff off the Calvary Baptist Church opening kickoff.
I think that one's going to be tough, James, because it looked like when he fielded the football, his knee was down.
And it does look as if that St. Clair County fortunately able to get possession. As we get underway, Musso Motors begins tonight's ball game. Our first quarter sponsor, located on Highway 411 in Odenville. You can also find them at muscomotors.com. So for St. Clair County, the junior Landon Smith, the southpaw at quarterback. He'll have Douthard, Tylen Nichols, Jeremiah Thomas, and Travell Jones as the receivers. As here's the quick swing pass complete to Douthard as he lost the football and goes out of bounds just a little behind the line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line.
Well, and that's an example right there, James. They ran Coach to the home side and is trying to get him out in space, get him the football to let him make something happen.
Just underway in tonight's homecoming matchup for St. Clair County. Empty backfield for Smith on 2nd and long. Randy Petway, the starting running back, although I don't see him out on the field right now for St. Clair County. Smith, quick throw, complete to the near side as advancing upfield and getting into Shelby County territory, rather, is Kendall Harris.
Well, you notice he got out the lead in space out here. Just a quick toss out to the side. And
just a little pitch and catch here, Eddie, as far as that second down reception as 3rd down. A swing pass complete to the far side as Jones turns the corner. And he should get close to another first down. As actually that last catch for Harris did get the opening first down of the ball game. As we'll take a second look.
And all those are just long handoffs, James. If you'll look, they are outnumbered up top.
There's a good look courtesy of Brooke Tollison Alpha Insurance Agency, headquartered in Pell City. They provide all of our replay looks tonight. And that is another first down. Check that Musso Motors with our first down tonight. Charlie's Barbecue presents our first quarter. They'll spot the football at the 35-yard line. As they'll take a look to the sideline, will the Fighting Saints offense. Smith drops. Time, throws down the field, complete to Douthard as he's on his way into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Clair County. That's a 35-yard connection between Landon Smith and Josh Douthard for the opening score of the ball game.
Well, an athlete in space, James. If you'll look right here, they're going to run him off. They're going to take the inside receiver and run her out over here, and then they clear out the area with him right there, and they throw right over the head.
Easy pitch and catch for the touchdown as the PAT from Overton coming up. Calvin Overton also the punter as his kick is on the way, and it is good. So early on, a 7-0 lead in favor of St. Clair County as we'll take the timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
A 4-play, 60-yard drive for the opening score of the ball game, capped off by a 35-yard pass from Landon Smith to Josh Douthard as Calvin Overton set to kick things away. Andres McGinnis, the deep man for Shelby County. A Calvary Baptist Church kickoff. That's a solid end-over-end kick as that'll go into and out of the end zone for a touchback. Calvary Baptist Church, honoring God, reaching people, building families. They present our kickoffs tonight. 1st and 10 coming up, as this is the first time that we'll see the Shelby County offense on the field. Charlie's Barbecue here in Odenville brings to you our first quarter. Voted best barbecue, ribs, and best barbecue dive. Sounds like my type of place there, Eddie.
That's right. Hey, never turn down some good barbecue.
Indeed, especially this time of the year coming up on a big football weekend. The quarterback, Ryan Sipes, the senior, as he operates out of the pistol. Shelby County wants to be able to establish the run. As the give off the left side, and good running room for Ethan Hall as he's able to tumble across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Oh, and they had him outnumbered right there, James. If he come back, if he keep it to the outside, he probably has a bigger gain.
2nd down coming up. Let's take a look at the rest of the Shelby County offenses. We'll also see Duncan Tyson and Devin Alexander get carries tonight in the backfield. Tyler Handley and Dominic Woods, the receivers. 2nd down, and we'll call it 5. Sipes awaits the snap, and he'll give it off again to Hall as he runs into some solid D that time by Cameron Gaines, the inside linebacker rather, but that's not enough to prevent a first down, the first of the night, courtesy of Musso Motors for Shelby County's offense. So that keeps the drive going for the Shelby County Wildcats. As really kind of a contrast in styles offensively for these two teams.
Absolutely.
St. Clair County likes to spread it out, and Shelby County wants to keep it on the ground.
And that's exactly what they need to do. Shelby County needs to make it a knockdown, drag-out fight in the trenches.
Shotgun as the quick throw RPO pass complete to Woods as he gets another Musso Motors first down across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And we're seeing some solid mix of plays so far, Eddie, and a good solid throw from Sipes on first down.
Absolutely, and that's just a quick little slant right in the middle.
So a steady drive so far that started at the 20. And 3 plays later has gotten for Shelby County to their own 43-yard line. Also for Shelby County, they have Cale Blevins as basically an H-back. There's the quick throw, and that is dropped and incomplete. Intended for Handley over the middle. Shelby County offensively up front. They'll have Anderson Jacobs at center. Hunter King and Carlisle Eli are the guards. Ashton Hayes and Jonathan Smith are the tackles.
And that was a little dangerous throw right there, James. He kind of threw that in the coverage. He is his number one receiver on the outside. Actually had his guy beat.
We played a little over 3.5 minutes of the opening quarter. 2nd and 10. Here's the give as good tackle on Smith, the running back, or Hall rather, the running back, as Ethan Hall has gotten all of the carries so far, and that was a good stop by Kendall Harris from his safety spot to make the stop.
Absolutely. That was a great job right there of him coming down on the outside and stopping that play.
We'll take a look at the St. Clair County defense in a little bit. At least right now up front, Jordan Hawkins and Ricky Payne and Mason Boland, the defensive ends. Jordan Hawkins and Justin Gomer, the defensive tackles up front. 3rd down. Line to reach for the Musso Motors first down, the St. Clair County 47. Sipes tosses and gets his man complete, but that's well shy of the first down. That's a tackle by the safety, Tylen Nichols.
Well, it's not a good route right there. I mean, the H-back got to know what the first down mark is. He's only going to come out. He's only going to come out to about right there on the 50 for the play, but he had to come out deeper than that.
Cooper Pennington on the reception. 4th down coming up as punting time for Shelby County. They'll have Cooper Pennington remain in the ball game as he'll boot it away. And then back to return, the duo of Douthert and Travell Jones, and that's blocked. Blocked by St. Clair County. And So they get the first big special teams play of the night as the rush comes free, Eddie, on that blocked punt.
And the line didn't shift to get him. I mean, he just came straight off the edge over here, just a straight shot.
And there you see on our Brooke Tollison Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City second look as the block punt that time by the Saints from Brody Haynes as there's a timeout on the field. And let's hear also, at least from Coach Robinson, as far as just the upward progression that he's seen from Landon Smith coming into this year. So a timeout on the field. Our first quarter brought to you by our friends at Charlie's Barbecue here in Odenville. 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter as our timeouts tonight brought to you by Hometown Fitness. So St. Clair County looking to at least cash in on some outstanding field position. Off of the Haynes block punt, they'll have the football from the 41-yard line. First carry of the night for Pittman as he gets wrapped up in the backfield for about a 1-yard loss. Let's take a look at the Shelby County defense as Wyatt Brescher, the nose guard, Carlisle, Eli, and Dominic Woods are your defensive ends. Garrett Barnes and Lane Rutherford, the outside linebackers. Cale Blevins and Tyler Young, inside linebackers. And then Ellison Clayton and Brennan Robinson, the corners. And then McGinnis and Hall are the safeties, as there's the quick throw to the far side, complete to Tylen Nichols as he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage for minimal yardage, as this is going to set up a third down and long.
And the problem with that particular play right there, it's the right formation, right idea, but if you look at it, they got too many, we went back one play, 2 minutes, but they got too many, that throw is too long.
Third down, line to reach for the first down is at the 33-yard line. Big play for Shelby County to try and get their defense off the field after St. Clair County was able to get a blocked punt. Smith drops under pressure, now tries to scramble and slam down at the 40-yard line. Nice defensive play coming up on the blitz for St. Clair County's Dominic Woods at defensive end. So Woods able to make the tackle. That does get positive yardage, but very minimal, as we'll take a second look. And there you take a look. Woods from the back end, able to make the tackle. Brooke Tollison, Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City, with that second look. Fourth down.
I think you'll probably see a clear out and probably something in the flats.
Smith rolls, tosses, and short. Incomplete. Would have been well short of the first down anyway, as Tylen Nichols, the intended receiver, and that's a turnover on downs.
Well, what he was trying to do was run the cornerback off, and those linebackers are giving so much cushion, it's hard to get to that play, so he a little better throw, and he probably would have picked up the first down on that play.
I tell you, that's a good response for the Shelby County defense, especially with their backs against the wall in some ways off of that block punt, as they were able to go 4 and out and get their offense really the field position they had when they punted the football. Ryan Sipes back out. Ethan Hall has gotten all of the carries so far tonight. 5:23 to go in the first quarter.
So they're shifting the strength side up top, so you probably see a run up top.
Here's the give. Hall has some running room right side, but he's tripped up after he gets about a couple of yards, as you had the middle linebacker, one of the inside backers, Brody Haynes, on the stop.
Well, and on that particular play, that outside wing back is supposed to chip and get up, and he's not chipping and getting up. He's committing to the backer, and that's allowing the cornerback or the safety sometime to come down and make that play.
A 35-yard touchdown reception by Josh Douthard on the throw from Landon Smith on third down on St. Clair County's opening drive so far, the lone score of this first quarter. Second down, and long to go. Call it a short 8. Play clock down to 2. Down to 1. They do get the playoff as Hall up the middle, stood up, bounces off the tackle and out of the tackle into the open field and slides forward for a nice gain and a Musso Motors first down.
Well, that's an example of keep your feet moving. He kept his feet moving. Should have been tackled for a minimal gain, and he ended up spinning off. That's 1, 2, 3.
Tylen Nichols has to at least come in position for possibly a touchdown-saving tackle. Football now at the 33 of St. Clair County. Sipes, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. He'll give it to Tyson as he'll get a little bit of resistance, but he fights for some tough yards and gets the football inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. We've seen some physical running the last couple of plays for Shelby County between Ethan Hall and now Duncan Tyson.
Well, he did a great job right there, keeping his feet moving. And, of course, the O-line did a great job at giving him that aided push to get on up the middle and pick up a couple extra yards.
So second down. Under 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Shelby County trying to tie things up. Sipes on the give, Duncan Tyson. He'll bang forward for about a couple close to the 25. They'll spot the football around the 26-yard line. Third and manageable coming up, and I imagine 4-down territory here for Shelby County.
I think he needs to lower his pass a little bit. He's kind of running a little bit straight up, so he's not able to get that momentum that he needs.
Third down is Ethan Hall back in at running back for Shelby County. They need to get to about the 23 for the first down. So you have the H-back and the tight end in motion to the far side. Here's the quick throw and nearly intercepted and incomplete.
That's a great job by a cornerback. He actually ran that route and undercut the route on the inside. That's exactly how you play it right there.
Dylan Philpott steps in front of that pass and nearly comes up with the INT. Fourth down for Shelby County as they're trying to stay on the football field. A good look at that second look from Brooke Tollison, Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City, as here comes fourth down and medium. Football at about the 26-yard line. Play clock at 10. Sipes rolls, has a receiver at the sticks, and that's more than good enough for a Musso Motors first down. Keeps the drive alive. As just a simple rollout play that time. As he was able to find was Sipes Dominic Woods for the first down.
It's a great throw. He got the back out in front of him. The receiver ran a great route. Knew where the chains were and were able to keep the drive alive.
Just outside of the red zone, so first and 10. Needed the 23 and got to the 22, so more than good enough to keep the Shelby County Wildcats offense on the field. So we've seen a couple of running backs so far for Shelby County as Hall stays in. Here's the roll. And the throw toward the end zone, and that's incomplete. Good coverage by Philpott, the cornerback, as Woods, the intended receiver, and so we'll take a second look at that solid coverage. Just pass a bit too far that time, as Philpott has had some good minutes defensively on this possession for St. Clair County.
Well, the receiver let him reroute him right there, too. It almost looked like he pushed him out of bounds.
So clock stops with now 2:18 to go in the first quarter. We're at Odenville, Alabama. Charlie's Barbecue brings you our first quarter. Shotgun is hauled the setback. Play fake. Sipes tosses toward the end zone as a receiver and caught for the touchdown as Woods reels it in from 22 yards out.
Well, they shifted formation and they gave him a little post right there. He's playing outside leverage.
Let's take another look. There you see the play fake And then just look at the box out that Woods provides on the catch.
Well, if you look, he has outside leverage. You see the receiver on the outside, and that's more of a choice route. If he got inside leverage, he probably would have ran the corner route.
Calvin Overton, or check that, Remy Martinez rather on the PAT. He punches it up, and it is through. We're all tied up at 7 apiece, 2:10 to go, opening quarter here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome to Calhoun County, Alabama, your natural attraction. We have invigorating outdoor activities, amazing cultural sites, mouth-watering food, and southern hospitality, all wrapped into one amazing vacation destination. Whether you're looking for a relaxing overnight getaway or for a one-of-a-kind escapade, Calhoun County boasts an incredible selection of outdoor recreational opportunities. Calhoun County is the natural attraction, centrally located between Atlanta and Birmingham, with plenty of fun and memories waiting to be made. Come to Calhoun County, Alabama, a natural attraction.
Calvary Baptist Church with the onside kick as it bounces across the 40 to the 39-yard line as the field made that time by Jeremiah Thomas. So first down and 10 as Calvary Baptist Church brought to you that last Shelby County kickoff. You can find Calvary Baptist Church at www.calvaryodenville.com. Charlie's Barbecue brings you our first quarter. So far, both teams able to hook up as far as touchdown passes here in the first quarter. For St. Clair County, 35 yards from Landon Smith to Josh Dothard, and then 22 yards for Ryan Sipes to Dominic Woods for Shelby County. Here's the give. Pittman, some decent running room as he gets across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Looking at least at Shelby County defensively, when you look at their season totals so far this year, points per game wise, they've given up about 22.5 per ball game in their 5 games. Late first quarter. Quick throw, far side, that's complete for the first down as Kendall Harris makes his second grab of the evening, and that's another Musso Motors first down.
Well, the quicker you get it out there, I'm going to pause it right here. If you look at the cushion that he has right here, the quicker he get that football out there to him, the better chance he.
And Brooke Tollison, Alpha Insurance Agency out of Pell City, brings you that second look as quickly the other way. Another quick throw, and Dothard this time on the reception as he gets into Shelby County territory, and they'll spot the football about the 45-yard line.
And that's just to the boundary. If you throw it to the field side over here, you instead of throwing it to number 1 receiver, you're going to have to get it to number 3, the inside guy.
Here's the give up the middle. Pittman bangs through the middle, and he gets a Musso Motors first down. Inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And once again, St. Clair County on the move as it appears they're in a good rhythm right now offensively.
Absolutely, and he's throwing to the boundary side because quarterback being left-handed is an easier throw for him. That is again right there.
Yeah, quick throw to the far side, complete to Dothard. That's solid yardage, almost like an extended handoff that time as it gets about 5 or 6.
That's all it is. Coach figured out. You know, when you throw it, the longer you throw it, the more time you're giving the defensive backs to recover.
So second down. Quick give, Pittman, as he bounces off one defender, and he's close to the first down marker. And they spot the football about the 26-yard line. Under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Both teams with 7 on the board. They'll say third down and very, very short. 3rd and inches coming up. We'll have a whistle, and looks as if we have a momentary stoppage in play as Hometown Fitness at least brings us our timeout because of a penalty on the part of St. Clair County.
Well, I think it's just a mistake. Right tackle put his hand down and then picked it up. And, once the hand go to the ground, you can't pick it up until the play.
So instead of 3rd and inches, it'll be a 3rd and a long 5 upcoming.
Okay, and right here is what I'm talking about, James. You got trips over here. So if you do throw to the field side, you got to get it to the inside. You got to get it to the inside receiver because Shelby County is giving them so much cushion. They almost giving them like a 10-yard cushion each receiver.
3rd down. Smith down the field, has a receiver and a flag on the play.
Yeah, you got a PI right there. He had outside leverage. That's the choice route right there.
Dothard draws the flag that time. There's really nothing that the Shelby County defense could really do as Ellison Clayton, the man on the penalty.
It's 15 yards from the previous spot. Results in a first down.
There you see the pass interference penalty, courtesy of our AHSAA referee, Justin Johnston. So that's a first down by penalty.
And if you look again right here, they're giving him he's almost giving him like a 12-yard cushion now.
An offside on Shelby County. A red zone trip, the first one of the night for either team, courtesy of Lori Brasher Realtor from Fields Gossett Realty. A big thanks to all of our sponsors joining us tonight. Especially, in fact, a lot of our sponsors joining us for the very first time this week. A big thanks to all of our sponsors this week. So 1st and 5, quick throw to the near side. That's caught by Nichols as he'll go toward the end zone. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, St. Clair County.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. He do that to the number 3 receiver in the slot. The 2 outside guys block.
So Nichols able to reel it in from 11 yards out. This will take another look.
I'm going to pause it right there, and you see those 2 guys came out and made the blocks right there, and he's able to get it in right there.
And there you see also the determination from Tylen Nichols to finish it off for the final 3 yards or so. As here's the PAT by Overton. It's up and good. 4 seconds to go, opening quarter. It's St. Clair County 14 and Shelby County 7 here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
15-7 in favor of St. Clair County. As 2 touchdown passes in the quarter for Landon Smith, 1 to Dothard, and then the most recent to Tylen Nichols from 11 yards out. Here comes the Calvary Baptist Church kickoff. Overton end over end as that goes in and out of the end zone. And so St. Clair County will have 1 offensive play before we get through the first quarter of play, and we do have some yellow laundry out on the field across the way. That was well after the kickoff had concluded. A little bit of extracurricular activity about the 35-yard line of Shelby County. And let's see who they'll assess this penalty on.
I believe it's going against St. Clair County. I think you got a personal foul.
And indeed for a late hit, so that'll put Shelby County in some rock-solid field position from their own 35-yard line.
Well, he did a little WWE move on the side there. He kind of body slammed the guy on the outside over there.
Our first quarter about to wrap up. Charlie's Barbecue cooks up our first quarter coverage. I imagine they'll be serving a lot of ribs and barbecue pork for a big college football weekend upcoming. So if you're in the Odenville area, give them a try. Here's the give off the far side to Ethan Hall. as he's taken down about the line of scrimmage, and that will get us through the first quarter of play. Both teams able to get on the board as St. Clair County with a couple of touchdown passes from Landon Smith. We're through one quarter of play. St. Clair County 14, Shelby County 7.
It's game day, and from all of us at Bucks Island,
from the off tackle store,
from the team in service,
from the team in parts,
from the sales team,
from the Bucks Island family, good luck and go get 'em, boys.
Treating our customers the way we want to be treated since 1948. BucksIsland.com or call 1-800-I'm-READY. Let our team help you win on the water.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Second down and long coming up as we begin the second quarter. 14-7 in favor of St. Clair County, as here's the keeper off the zone read. And nothing doing that time for Ryan Sipes, as St. Clair County able to diagnose that keeper. And so it's going to be third down and long on the way as Branchville Animal Hospital brings you our second quarter. Our services and facilities designed to assist in routine preventative care for young, healthy pets, and also early detection and treatment of diseases as your pet ages, and complete medical and surgical care as necessary during his or her lifetime from Branchville Animal Hospital. Third and long. Sipes throws and complete with a flag on the play, as the reception reeled in by the Wildcats receiver McGinnis. See if that penalty goes. Maybe a pass interference or a hold on the defense, but we'll find out from Justin Johnston here shortly. Big call if it goes on St. Clair County. It's a third and a dozen.
Defense, 10 yards.
So that's a big penalty, Eddie, on St. Clair County, as that keeps Shelby County's offense on the field on a penalty.
And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to keep the
don't want to keep that defense on the field, as that's a Musso Motors first down by way of a penalty. So far, as when it comes to the touchdowns in the air, it's been money in the bank for both of these teams, especially for St. Clair County. And, of course, that money in the bank for our season-long coverage brought to you by our friends at FNN Bank. So not quite a first down. 10-yard penalty on a hold. So third and short. Quick slant route in. That's dropped. Incomplete. Intended for Dominic Woods.
It's almost a pick right there. It's great defensive coverage. That's the tip drill right there. He tipped the ball, and the safety almost caught it.
Yeah, Tylen Nichols could have put that interception in one of FNN Bank's vaults if he had been able to come up with the football at that time. Punting time. Connor Pennington set to punt. And then you'll have the combo of Douthard and Travell Jones to return. There's a line drive punt. Goes right into the breadbasket of Jones as he races toward the far numbers. Breaks out of one tackle. And a flag comes in on the back end as Jones wrapped up at about the 33-yard line. I imagine, though, that St. Clair County will be stepped back 10 yards. Justin Johnston will assess the penalty. Landon Smith is hooked up with Josh Dothard, as well as Tylen Nichols for a couple of scores. Oh, illegal blindside block, so that's going to march the football back inside the 25-yard line for St. Clair County. Also, Ryan Sipes, a 22-yard touchdown connection with Dominic Woods in the first quarter for Shelby County.
15-yard penalty.
See if Shelby County can have a time-consuming drive here as they were able to get a stop defensively. Shelby County leads the overall series 10 wins to 4 losses, but St. Clair County was able to go on the road for a touchdown win 28-21 in Columbiana last year. First down and 10. Football, we'll call it the 20. Smith. Quick toss, Pittman on the swing route, or check that, Dothard, as he gets out of one tackle and brought down about the 27-yard line. We'll call it for a gain of 7. So just a solid little swing play. And Dothard, Eddie, one of the plays that Coach Tyler Robinson wants to get the ball in any way he can.
Absolutely. You get it to him in space, and he can do the rest. Has great speed. He can make it happen.
Here's the give. Pittman, or check that, Dothard on the carry as he's close to, and let's see if that is indeed good enough for the Musso Motors first down. So first down and 10.
First and 10, St. Clair County.
They'll spot the football at the 30-yard line.
And that's a great strategy for St. Clair. They're putting Dothard all over the field. I mean, he's lining out wide in the backfield, in the slot.
Here's the give to Pittman, spun around and not going to get a whole lot that time as Cooper Pennington helps out on the tackle. So second down as we've played 2 minutes and change so far in the second quarter. A solid first half for Landon Smith as he's made good, rock-solid decisions with the football. Second down. Smith rolls, quick throw, and complete. A little juggling catch that time on the part of Nichols as he's immediately met and taken down for minimal yardage. Nice defensive play that time by Shelby County as they were able to make the stop thanks to Ethan Hall.
Well, and he helped him out, too. He caught the football. He had a 2-yard gain, and he ran backwards.
So it's going to be third down. Line to reach the 40 for the first down.
Well, there goes Mr. Dothard in right now on the linebacker. You clear out the cornerback and give him an out route right there and let him make something happen.
Nichols being given a lot of cushion at our near side. Here's the throw down the field and complete to Travell Jones as he's ridden down into Shelby County territory, and a touchdown saving tackle for Clayton.
And that's just too much respect for the speed right there. They're giving him a
lot of cushion that time, Eddie.
12 to 15-yard cushions, man.
Brooke Tollison, Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City, brings us all our second looks tonight. And a good throw from Landon Smith as he brings his team inside the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, he's giving them down here on the boundary right here. We got a 13-yard cushion right here. That's too much room.
And quick pass is deflected. Nice hands that time by Dominic Woods at the line of scrimmage as he got his hands up to knock away the pass.
But if he catches that football, because they outnumbered, you only got 2 guys down here, outside linebackers, apexing, and if he catch that football, he run for days.
You look at Dothard, Travell Jones, Tylen Nichols especially. That's a lot of speed, Eddie, on the outside. Now, Leeds will have the pleasure of seeing them right here next week. That's going to be a tough matchup for the Green Wave, but right now, the Fighting Saints looking to get past the Wildcats of Shelby County. Play clock under 10. Landon Smith reorganizes the offense. Smith, quick throw, complete. Good look that time to Dothard as he advances to the 30-yard line, about a yard or so shy of the first down.
Well, they went quads on that set, and they outnumbered, James. They only have 3 guys down here. And they're bumping the safety over. So, but technically, defensively, theoretically, you outnumbered if you man on man like that. you got to bump another linebacker out to make sure you can get anything inside.
5 receivers on the play as here's Jones on the quick swing pass complete. Turns it upfield, first down, and taken down at the 24-yard line. A Musso Motors first down, just a little basically bubble screen pass, almost like a swing pass that gets Jones the first down.
But they outnumbered every time they're outnumbered.
So we go under 8 minutes to go, opening half. Smith gets the snap as Pittman up the middle. Good running room inside the 20 as a red zone trip now for St. Clair County. Their second red zone trip so far of the evening. And all of our red zone trips brought to you by Lori Brasher, realtor from Fields Gossett Realty. Your winning realtor friend, that's Lori Brasher. As quickly off the snap as a basically hurry-up look that time, Pittman again gets the carry. As St. Clair County moves further up into the red zone as we have a timeout on the field courtesy of Hometown Fitness 24/7. We'll go ahead and take the timeout with them with 7:09 to go here in the first half. 14-7, St. Clair County.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Coming out of the timeout, a second down situation and a red zone trip, the second of the night for St. Clair County. Lori Brasher at Fields Gossett Realty red zone trip. Pittman the lone setback. Pittman on the call up the middle, rides a couple of tacklers inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So far, a couple of touchdown passes on the part of Landon Smith. And from talking with Coach Tyler Robinson, in his view, Randy Pittman, really kind of a do-everything back, provides a lot of balance as far as what's been a passing-oriented offense the last couple of years for St. Clair County.
Well, what he's doing, he's spreading them out, making sure he get those athletes because they got tremendous speed, getting those athletes in space.
Play clock down to 10. Game clock at 6.5 minutes to go. Travell Jones on the pop pass. Reads the Pittman block, takes it to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. Travell Jones on the touchdown reception. Called that 7 yards and the touchdown as St. Clair County now up 20-7. So Travell Jones, as well as Tylen Nichols and Josh Dothard, have each scored tonight. As we take another look, good blocks by Pittman, as well as Tylen Nichols to get Jones into the end zone. PAT for Overton. Jones on the hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. We'll take the timeout with him as your score now increases to 21-7 in favor of St. Clair County. You're watching the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Six minutes, 19 seconds to go until halftime. St. Clair County has extended their lead now up to 21-7. James Hardy with you As coming up for St. Clair County will be another kickoff courtesy of Calvary Baptist Church here in Odenville, located at 77 Calvary Drive here in Odenville. You can find them at calvaryodenville.com. Honoring God, reaching people, and building families. Overton with the end-over-end kick lands just shy of the goal line. As McGinnis not able to get it back to the 20-yard line, so that's solid special teams coverage on the part of St. Clair County's Kendall Harris. As the Shelby County Wildcats, they could use some points right now, Eddie, as they're down a couple of scores almost midway through the second quarter.
They're going to have to right here. They need to do something with this drive right here to kind of stay afloat. I think the speed is kind of getting to them right now.
Our second quarter presented by Branchville Animal Hospital. Most of the carries so far tonight in the backfield by Ethan Hall for Shelby County. As Sipes operates in the pistol. Hall on the call. Slung around, and he's wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. Justin Gomer finishes off the play for St. Clair County. They appear to be starting to figure out the run, Eddie, on defense.
I think they're getting the momentum, and it's, you have a little bit more fun and play a little bit looser when you got a pretty nice cushion.
About a 2-yard loss for Hall. Ryan Sipes has a touchdown pass so far tonight to Dominic Woods in the first quarter. However, the Wildcats of Shelby County have not scored since then. St. Clair County playing on homecoming, a fantastic crowd tonight here in Odenville. As we'll have a stoppage in play and looks like a hometown fitness 24/7 timeout. As let's go ahead and send it down to the field as we had Shasta Jones visit with a couple of the St. Clair County players earlier this week. And in fact, let's hear what he had or she had to get as far as junior quarterback Landon Smith.
Landon told me he wants to strive to have 3,000 passing yards this season, have a good playoff run, and get to lead his team in those playoffs. He wants his team to have the culture and brotherhood to take them that far.
Certainly a leader of a high-flying offense for St. Clair County is Landon Smith, already with 3 touchdowns so far this evening. Also, a big thanks to our longtime partners on FNN. That's the Grub Mart, home of the 99-cent bag of ice. Yes, there you go, as well as the Oleo Donuts and a whole lot more all across our FNN coverage area. Out of the hometown fitness timeout, 2nd and 12. Sipes on play action, tosses, has a receiver, and too far, incomplete, intended for Woods.
They had him wide open. He just overthrew him by a step.
I've noticed this as we'll take a look. Look at Sipes throwing off of his back foot and misses Woods, who had a step on his defender by about 3 yards.
Right, he just needed to put a little bit more air onto that football.
So 3rd down now and a dozen. For Shelby County, they need their own 27 or so for the first down. So football at the 15. Sipes with 2 receivers each side. He'll roll, stops, and throws under pressure, intended for Woods, in traffic, and knocked away, and incomplete. You had 2 receivers in the area running a post pattern as Ethan Hall also in the area of the football.
Right, and that shouldn't happen. They should not be that close. If you look right there, you got 2 guys right there. They shouldn't be that close.
Went through the hands of Hall as Travell Jones, the cornerback, on the coverage. Punting time. Cooper Pennington set to boot it away as you have the combo of Jones and Douthard that are positioned at the Shelby County 44-yard line. Line drive punt as that's dropped by Douthard and recovered by Shelby County. And, Eddie, that is the break that Shelby County needs.
Absolutely.
Let's see who got the football for Shelby County, as it appears that Brennan Robinson was able to get the football. Or As there you see Douther just muffs the punt. As check that, I beg your pardon, the H-back and also linebacker in Cale Blevins made the fumble recovery. So Blevins able to hustle down the field and get the loose football as the nose of the football now at midfield.
Well, you just got to feel that ball right there, James. You can't, I mean, if you're in doubt, let it hit, bounce, and you live to play your first down.
So Shelby County's offense back out on the field as there's a high throw to Woods, incomplete. Douthard closed in that time on the coverage for St. Clair County. Also, we have a flag back around the line of scrimmage. Justin Johnston will confer with one of his officials on the call.
Flag on play.
Also, a big thanks to the Calhoun County Commission, also longtime partners of ours for their season-long coverage of the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. And there you see the starting five on the Calhoun County Commission. Oh, that's a costly penalty, Eddie, on a personal foul face mask. So that's going to be a gift first down, courtesy of Musso Motors. That's not exactly what St. Clair County wants, a muff on a punt and then a personal foul penalty after an incompletion.
Right, they're just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, that's not a drive that Shelby County is keeping sustained. St. Clair County had them where they wanted them. They just,
Sipes on the give, Duncan Tyson, as he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. So you have the tackle for loss. Kendall Harris that time on the tackle. So that's going to be a loss of 2 and a second down and a dozen. Less than 4.5 minutes to go until halftime. So right now, Shelby County, they've trailed for much of this ball game. They tied it at 7 about midway through the first quarter, but St. Clair County otherwise has led so far in the first half. Sipes on the roll. Looks downfield and now tosses, and he had a receiver downfield, but just not enough mustard on it to get to his intended receiver, Tyler Handley.
Well, he's having to throw on a full blast run, and that's tough for NFL quarterbacks.
There you see a look at Coach Zeb Ellison. He might have known that was a missed opportunity for Shelby County as they had one-on-one coverage as a third down coming up. So the fans come to their feet here in Odenville. A homecoming evening for St. Clair County. Football at the 37-yard line. Play clock at 2. And they don't get the play off. A flag in the defensive backfield. So there's the delay of game. So mark it back 5 yards. And so that's going to put Shelby County further in a bind.
5-yard penalty.
So right at 4 minutes to go. Line to reach to the first down is the St. Clair County 27. Branchville Animal Hospital, our second quarter sponsor. And even 4 minutes left until halftime. Third down, blitz comes, Sipes flushed out. 3 defenders around him, escapes initially, but goes down in the backfield. Nice defensive play by Jordan Thomas at his linebacker spot, as he's able to contain Sipes, the quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you look at it right there, they ran out of my picture right there, but if he does not get pulled up right there by the safety, he had a receiver wide open. They ran a scissor route, and the defensive back fell down.
A hometown fitness timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. 3:50 to go until halftime. St. Clair County up by 14.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your event.
Pennington on the punt for Shelby County as Josh Dothard excites the crowd, almost taken down around the 15-yard line, but able to somehow maintain his balance as he's able to reverse field. As we'll take the second look. Let's take a look at Dothard's athleticism that time as he's able to make something out of nothing on our Alpha Insurance Brooke Tollison replay. Brooke Tollison Alpha Insurance Agency, headquartered in Pell City.
Well, he almost muffed that punt right there. He caught it on the run coming up. I mean, he was just fortunate he didn't muff it again.
Landon Smith and the St. Clair County Fighting Saints take over. Football at their own 31-yard line. About 3.5 minutes to go until halftime. Here's the give. Pittman skips out of a tackle, and he'll lean forward close to the 35-yard line. Solid stop that time as the linebacker Blevins that time on the tackle. So St. Clair County, they've had 3 touchdown passes from Landon Smith. He's distributed them to Dothard, Nichols, and Jones, 1 each for them. Pittman up the middle in minimal yardage across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. So third down on the way for Shelby County. Pennington, Cooper Pennington again on the stop. So a chance for Shelby County to get off the field defensively. It's third down and about 5.
Well, I think Coach has been a little conservative there because the defense been on the field so long. So I think he's trying to run, give him an opportunity to rest, see if he can pick up the first down utilizing their legs right there. And
Smith steps up, wants to keep it, needs the 42, maybe the 43. That's going to depend where they spot the football. That's close to, and it appears it will be a Musso Motors first down. Branchville Animal Hospital brings us our second quarter.
Well, you probably see them mix in the run, with a couple of passes right here now that they're moving the football, but they mainly want to rest that defense.
Quick give up the middle. Pittman goes forward to about the 45-yard line. You can find Branchville Animal Hospital, who presents our second quarter, on their website at branchvilleanimalhospital.com, or get them a call at 205-629-5589, 5589, that is, for all of your pet-related needs. 90 seconds left until halftime. Quick throw, Jones, complete. Angles toward that out-of-bounds boundary and gets out of bounds around midfield.
Well, and that's what you want to do now. You want to go what I used to call my lightning offense, which is hurry up. You want to get out of bounds, and you got 2 timeouts. So, if you throw one in the middle, you want to try to get a timeout with 1:10 left. Oh, well, the clock's still running. They say he didn't get out.
A little surprised that the clock's still running. I think Coach Tyler Robinson a bit surprised that clock is still running and now gets the officials' attention at the near side, as we'll have a Hometown Fitness officials timeout on the field.
Absolutely. I thought he got out of bounds then, unless I missed something.
Well, he did get out of bounds, and I think the clock just kept running for whatever reason as timeout on the field, and now they put some time back on the clock with 1:20 to go until halftime.
We're going to have to throw a flag on the clock, keeper.
There you go. We've seen some flags so far this evening on both teams. Third down, quick throw, Jones caught. Stutter step move and gets the first down as he runs over a defender and advances the football to the 42-yard line.
And James, if you notice, he threw that ball to the number 3 receiver. That's the guy on the inside right there. It's a quicker throw.
Garrett Barnes helps out on the tackle along with Brennan Robinson. Stepping up and wrapped up and taken down is Landon Smith. Pennington on the sack as a timeout on the field. Another hometown fitness timeout.
It's a great timeout. You got to get a timeout there.
Let's take the timeout. 55 seconds left until halftime. St. Clair County 21, Shelby County 7.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Our first ever trip to Mickey Venable Field here in Odenville, the home of the St. Clair County Fighting Saints, as they're on top 21-7 on homecoming night. Second and long at the 45 of Shelby County for St. Clair County. Landon Smith waits the snap as he already has 3 touchdowns so far. Less than a minute to go. Smith, time, breaks down, and he goes down at the 47-yard line. Coverage sack as Dominic Woods helps finish off the play on the sack.
He got to throw that, James. He had 2 guys down here on the boundary. He has to throw that football.
A timeout on the field. This we'll hear from Tyler Robinson at halftime. Another hometown fitness timeout. As Branchville Animal Hospital serving basically all of your your pet-related needs. Branchville Animal Hospital on Highway 411 here in Odenville brings us our second quarter. They service routine preventative care for your young, healthy pets, early detection and treatment of diseases as your pet ages, and complete medical and surgical care as necessary during his or her lifetime. So second half coming up as Shelby County will get the opening kickoff to begin the third quarter. But so far, touchdown receptions each by Josh Dothard, Tylen Nichols, and Travell Jones. We'll hear from Shasta Jones at halftime. We'll see her down along the home sideline. We'll hear from Coach Tyler Robinson as he brings his team into the halftime locker room, but still 48 seconds away in game time. Third and long. Smith loads up and has it stripped, but the arm was going forward. So that is now the whistle blown dead as that pass is incomplete. And it took a little bit for the officials to get the whistle blown, but at least the pass is ruled incomplete. So that's a good stop defensively for Shelby County as that forces a fourth down.
Well, you have to put that on those 3 plays on the quarterback. He had receivers. He just didn't unload it. You got to unload that ball, man.
One of the few times that Calvin Overton has come out to punt. Also Andres McGinnis to receive the punt.
I believe it may be his first time.
I think you're right, Eddie, as that's off the side of the foot. And let's see where that is marked out of bounds. Should be at least past the 30-yard line, as the back judge at the near side will stop at the 31-yard line. 36 seconds to go until halftime. Ryan Sipes with a first quarter touchdown pass to Dominic Woods.
James, I always thought that's the hardest call to make when a receiver's back. back judge is back and the ball is shanked off the foot, and then they got to run up the line because, I'm always wondering, when is he going to stop?
I'm with you on that, Eddie. It takes a good eye to be able to at least detect on that type of punt where that ball goes out of bounds.
I know I couldn't make it. I would have to learn what the technique is for that.
Sipes takes a knee as it appears that Shelby County, they're just content to go to the halftime locker room down 21-7. Waiting for Coach Tyler Robinson to arrive at Shasta Jones's location. 3 touchdown passes for St. Clair County quarterback Landon Smith, as we are close to sending it down to Shasta Jones, as at halftime it's a 2-score lead for the home team in St. Clair County here on homecoming night in Odenville. Touchdown receptions each for Dothard, Nichols, and Travell Jones, as we will now send it down to the field for Shasta Jones.
Robinson, your team did phenomenal this first half, 3 touchdowns and a block punt. What else do you want to see them do this second half and to remedy the penalties so that you guys can take the homecoming W tonight?
Yeah, so we got to execute better. Honestly, we have not played up to our par of play, and it's very disappointing. It's been homecoming. It's a great atmosphere, but we haven't answered what we should be doing, and so I'm very disappointed in that. Hopefully we do a better job of that in the second half and go out and execute, cut out the silly penalties and the silly things, and play our game. And, we're in a good spot, but we should be in a lot better spot than this. But hopefully we'll come out in halftime and have that answer.
All right, well, good luck in the second half.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you as well. We're going to send it back to you, James.
Thank you, Shasta, and thank you, Coach Robinson. As we'll go ahead and take the halftime timeout on homecoming night here in St. Clair County. It is the Fighting Saints 21 and the Wildcats of Shelby County 7. As we'll hear from the Shelby County and the St. Clair County bands at halftime here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Did you know Kona Ice can help you fundraise for your school? It's true. It's quick, it's easy, and the kids absolutely love having Kona Ice. We'll let you in on a little secret. Teachers love it too. So, how can we help you fundraise this year? It's quick, it's easy, the kids love it, and teachers love it too.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
St. Clair County 21, Shelby County 7. We're at halftime here in Odenville, Alabama, as the Shelby County Wildcats marching band on the field here in the final Friday of September. It's our halftime report brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission. At halftime here in Odenville, Alabama, it is St. Clair County 21 and Shelby County 7. Let's go ahead while we got some time and bring in Jackson New, who has some first half totals for us on homecoming night here in Odenville.
Yeah, it's been a very good game so far, really. But the main piece of this offense on both sides, Landon Smith, 14 completions, 161 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the first half. And you got Joshua Dawson with 6 receptions, 72 yards, a touchdown. Tyler Nichols, 2 receptions, 23 yards, and a touchdown. Travell Jones, 6 receptions, 64 yards, and a touchdown. And then you got Randy Petway with 10 carries and 48 yards. And I cannot forget Brody Haynes with a block punt.
That was a big play in the first half. And Shelby County just with their 1 touchdown in the first quarter, as they've been kind of inconsistent so far offensively tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to put it. I mean, Sipes, it's not like he's not had receivers open. He's had receivers open. He's got to capitalize on them. He's had a chance for, these big chunk plays, and he just cannot connect with his receiver. Only 4 completions, 43 yards, 1 touchdown, though. Dominic Woods, 3 receptions, 39 yards in the touchdown. Ethan Hall's got it going a little bit. I like to see him in the next half. 6 carries, 40 yards. That's pretty good.
Well, certainly that's what Shelby County wants to do, Jackson. That's run the football to try and keep that defense, especially going against an opponent who has an explosive offense like St. Clair County. And when you're behind, as Shelby County has been for almost the entire game, kind of makes it hard to try and lean on that running game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, also you got to understand your defense has been on the field so much. I mean, your defense has been on the field almost the entire first half.
Well, that's certainly a key for Anniston next week, as they'll host Cherokee County for a big-time Class 4A Region 6 clash, as Cherokee County already a win in the bank this week, as they took the win last night at home by a couple of scores, a 14-point win, 27-13 over Shades Valley up in Center last night, and Anniston hosting Pleasant Grove tonight in non-region play. In fact, the winner of that game, more than likely, you would think, conventional wisdom would have it, will take the top seed out of Class 4A Region 6.
Oh, for sure. I mean, those are 2 juggernauts going at it.
At halftime, the Shelby County High School Marching Band performing in front of the folks. A packed house here in Odenville. In fact, that's something that Coach Tyler Robinson's mentioned to me a couple of times over the last year or so, just how outstanding the atmosphere is at home games here at St. Clair County High School, and has not disappointed so far tonight.
Not at all. And, I mean, it is loud. I mean, people are just surrounding the fences here. I mean, they're everywhere. Even Shelby County came out.
Not too far away from Odenville in Columbiana down in southern Shelby County. We'll go ahead and take the time out. Our halftime report brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission, as the St. Clair County Marching Band will make their way out into the field following this timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Step into the offices of J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA, where you'll find professional one-on-one service for business and individual clients. In this ever-changing tax and economic climate, you can count on receiving the expert advice you need. J. Britt Middlebrook works hard to provide every client what they need to meet all deadlines. Tax season will be here soon. For all your accounting service needs, call or stop by at 1913 Berry Street in Oxford. That's J. Britt Middlebrook, CPA.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Halftime on homecoming night for St. Clair. Halftime on homecoming night as St. Clair County on top, 21-7. As St. Clair County their marching band making their way out onto the field. You heard from Jackson New as far as the first half totals, as St. Clair County has led for most of the first half. We did have a brief tie about midway through the first quarter. Next week we'll be back at Lott Mosby Memorial Stadium as Anniston takes on Cherokee County for a monumental matchup to see more than likely who will take home the region title in Class 4A Region 6 to begin the month of October. The St. Clair County Marching Band being introduced to the home fans on a big homecoming night. And as we've mentioned, looking at the stands, and as Jackson rightly pointed out, along the fence line, along the drive surrounding the field, not a seat to be had tonight. So let's send it down to the field for the St. Clair County Marching Band.
Sit back and relax to the sound of the Saints.
Outstanding performance from the St. Clair County Marching Band here at halftime. We'll take the timeout. The second half coming up as St. Clair County leads on homecoming night 21-7 over Shelby County.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Second half coming up, and let's send it down to the field for Shasta Jones with the Shelby County head coach.
Coach Ellison, the Wildcats were able to put a touchdown on the board the first half, but they were not able to stop the drive of the Saints. What does your defense need to change up this second half to come back and try to make a win happen tonight?
Well, we just got to be more physical and really play with our technique. And it's just something we haven't done a whole lot of in the first half. They're a really, really good football team, and not taking anything away from those guys, but we just got to be a little bit more physical and run to the football a little bit better.
Okay, well, good luck the second half. We're going to send it back to you, James.
Thank you, Shasta, and thank you, Coach Ellison. And there you heard, Eddie, from Coach Zeb Ellison. He wants to see his team be more physical, and they have an opportunity to do so when they get the football to start the second half.
Well, and that's what one of the keys I mentioned earlier. They had to grind the football a lot. They had to make it a dirty, muddy game, whereas St. Clair has to finesse them, spread them out, and get them. And so far, St. Clair has stuck to their game plan. Shelby County just has to execute theirs. So
we're still about a couple of minutes away from getting this second half started as our third quarter, when we do meet toe to leather on the second half kickoff, will be brought to you by Wise Environmental. And as we heard from Jackson New, as far as our first half totals, predominantly in favor of St. Clair County, including Landon Smith's 3 touchdowns, as he's been able to distribute the ball really well so far in the first half, Eddie.
Yes, he does a great job doing it. I mean, he got about 5 weapons out there that he can throw the football to. So, I mean, that helps your case a lot.
And then we also heard as far as at least from Coach Robinson earlier this week when it comes to Randy Pittman, someone, Eddie, that didn't join the football team until this year, but at 6 foot, basically around 185 pounds or so for the type of offense that St. Clair County runs. He's a pretty good balance and pretty good fit as far as what St. Clair County wants to do offensively.
Well, and I mean, he fits the prototype. I mean, I was looking at the numbers as I run it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and those guys are they're pretty good athletes. So, I mean, you want to make sure if you got those weapons, you want to get them all in space, and he fits the prototype of what they got.
Now, we talked about what, at least heard from Zeb Ellison, what he wants to see his team do. You followed that up, Eddie, as far as what you think Shelby County needs to do. What does St. Clair County need to do if they want to maintain this 2-score lead and get across the finish line with a win tonight?
Well, they're going to have to crowd the box. They're going to have to get in there and get in the gaps because, I think Shelby County may be a little bit bigger than them. So, it's kind of hard to take a man-on-man. So you got to get in the gaps, plug the gaps, make them bounce it. And I don't think Shelby County has the speed to get outside them. And it's easy to make a tackle going east or west than it is going north and south when a guy's bigger than you.
And here, at least to review our keys as far as what these teams need to do, as this is a big tone-setting drive. As let's take a look, review our keys. Shelby County averaging under 26 points per ball game, but when they win, while the Saints, however, they're putting up about 38 points per ball game. So far the defense for St. Clair County, they're doing at least enough to be able to have a 2-score lead. As we'll see what Shelby County can do. Can they build some momentum here in the second half? As we'll have the Calvary Baptist Church kickoff here in Odenville.
Anybody ready to start a second half?
A big thanks to all of, in fact, a lot of newcomers into our FNN family that joined us tonight. When it comes to our sponsors, including Calvary Baptist Church, who presents the kickoff. Bounces over to about the 6-yard line as McGinnis turns it upfield and gets back to about the 24-yard line, where a 1st and 10 awaits the Shelby County Wildcats. Ryan Sipes, a touchdown pass in the first quarter, as he was able to hook up with Dominic Woods from 22 yards out at that point to tie up the ball game at 7. But otherwise, Shelby County has been pretty quiet so far offensively. And let's see if they can not only get a good drive, but also set the tempo for the rest of this ball game.
Well, James, you can't coach speed, and I just think right now St. Clair County has a tremendous advantage speed-wise. So, it will be to their benefit to make sure that they keep utilizing that speed, and not get on a dirty, knockdown, drag-out game with them.
Here's the give off to the far side, as on the carry for Shelby County was Noah Trenholm. Doesn't get gets some pretty decent yardage as he was able to round the corner to the 28, maybe the 29-yard line.
But that's an easier tackle when they run in east to west versus north to south.
So 2nd down on the way. Trenholm back in at running back as they'll spread things out with a couple of receivers for Shelby County to the near side. Trenholm on the call up the middle. Some decent room across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So 3rd down and short coming up as the tackle made by Brody Haynes, the inside linebacker. So coming onto the ball game now will be Jordan Thomas for St. Clair County. 3rd down and manageable on the way. Wise Environmental brings us our 3rd quarter. The Musso Motors 1st down is located at the 36-yard line. Trenholm trying to follow his blockers off the left side and cannot turn the corner as he's taken down maybe at the line of scrimmage, or maybe even lost a yard or two. So good pursuit that time by the St. Clair County defense as a 4th down punting scenario awaits Shelby County.
Well, and that's exactly what you have to do. Like I told you, it's a lot easier. I guarantee you those DBs are rather tackle you going east or west any day than coming straight down here.
Cooper Pennington on the punt. And that's a spiraling punt that's fielded by Travell Jones at the 38-yard line. So St. Clair County will return offensively out onto the field to begin this 3rd quarter. Wise Environmental rejoins us as part of our Game of the Week coverage. Roll-offs, liquid vacuuming, portable restrooms, VIP restrooms, showers, laundry trailers, festival support services, and a whole lot more is what Wise Environmental can provide to you. Visit them at wiseenviro.com. 1st down for the Fighting Saints of St. Clair County. 4 receivers stacked to the near side. Here's the toss to Douthard. Has blocking. He's in the open field. Goodbye for Mr. Douthard. He'll walk on in. Touchdown, St. Clair County.
Well, James, I'm going to show you at the beginning of that play is what I told you. They are outnumbered and they are out of line on that particular play. And it's been that way pretty much all night.
And it was just off to the races for Douthard. His second touchdown reception as nobody touched him for, we'll call it a 62-yard touchdown. PAT on the way from Calvin Overton. 3 of 3 so far is Jones on the hold, and that kick booms in the air, and it's good. We'll take the timeout. 9:45 to go, third quarter. Now up to 28-7 in favor of St. Clair County on homecoming here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. Calvary Baptist Church kickoff sails into the end zone courtesy of Calvin Overton. So a touchback as Shelby County on life support right now as they're down 21, 28-7 with 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Homecoming night for St. Clair County as they'll have a huge home game in region play next week against Leeds right here in Odenville. Ball at the 20-yard line as Sipes comes back out. Give goes to Trenholm. Follows the pulling guard as he'll cut it up around the far numbers to about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. I'll tell you what, Eddie, you look out at this homecoming crowd tonight in Odenville at Mickey Venable Field. There's not a seat to be had. It's been an outstanding atmosphere so far tonight on homecoming.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's packed out. You got people sitting on the hill. You got people standing around the fences. And I was watching that earlier, and it's like, you know, you still see cars moving. And I don't know if they're leaving or coming, but it looked like people are still, you know, people in the parking lots. I mean, it's packed out, man. It's where homecoming should be.
Second down and about 7. There's the call off the left side again. Looks like Trenholm got the carry as you had the majority of the carries in the first half by Ethan Hall. A little extracurricular activity after the play, but the officials able to simmer that down a bit. Third down and long upcoming, however, for the Shelby County offense. They've got a big region game at Demopolis next week, so we've got a, before we go any further, a flag on
15 yards.
Looks like I think they might have caught one of the St. Clair County players with the hand in the cookie jar on the unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul.
Well, Coach mentioned that earlier, if you remember, but right before halftime he mentioned about getting stupid penalties. That was a punt situation right there. That's something that's so hard to teach young guys. You just cannot do that. That's a lack of discipline.
So football on the Musso first down, courtesy Musso Motors first down on penalty. Moves the football up to the 38-yard line.
So now the defense has to play an extra series.
Quick throw complete to Woods. Almost breaks free as he tumbles forward across midfield. Dominic Woods just one tackler away from getting to pay dirt as there you see the completion. And look at that tackle by Philpott to save a touchdown.
Absolutely. And I mean, and that's usually what happens when you sustain a drive like that, something bad normally happens.
So Shelby County trying to get some momentum offensively. They're at Demopolis next week, so they'll make the trip down to Marengo County next Friday night for a critical region game. Here's the keeper. Good running room for Sipes as he is able to be pushed forward close to the first down. One of the defensive ends that time for St. Clair County, and Ricky Payne on the tackle, as we have a little bit of pushing and shoving on the near sideline.
It's just a lack of discipline. I mean, even though it's a rivalry game, you got guys on the sideline they're just doing stupid stuff, man. I mean, you know.
And, well away from the play, too. Just some pushing and shoving right at the St. Clair County bench. You had a couple of St. Clair County Fighting Saints and a couple of Wildcats from Shelby County go at it. The officials did a very nice job of making sure things didn't get too much out of hand.
Well, you can't. That's just unacceptable. When I was head coach, that was unacceptable. You know, I mean, that's just not playing smart.
There's the personal foul penalty. As Justin Johnston reminds us, the penalty this time goes on Shelby County. So that pushes the football back across midfield to the Shelby County 44-yard line.
Well, I believe St. Clair County was lucky on that particular situation because they had a couple of guys that were involved, and, you know, the coaches were able to get them back, but it's just you just don't do that, man.
So the line to reach for the first down is the St. Clair County 38-yard line. We've played almost 4.5 minutes of the third quarter. Wise Environmental, they might need to do a cleanup job with some of the messy penalties we've had on this drive.
You have to, man. I mean, that's just, you know, that's just one thing that takes away from the game. All the beauty of the game that you show and how you play, man, those penalties can wipe it out in a heartbeat.
So second down at the 44 as Sipes goes downfield. And that's too far and incomplete, intended for Woods, as Douthard on the coverage for St. Clair County. Third down upcoming. FNN Bank, also one of our proud sponsors this season, a longtime partner of FNN. Service Solutions and Strength, not simply a tagline, but a way of doing business for FNN Bank. So third down, and we'll call it almost 20 to go. 4 receivers, 2 to each side for Shelby County. Blitz comes. Good pickup as the rush comes now. Sipes throws on the run, and the catch bobbled and made by Woods, however, at around the St. Clair County 42-yard line. Just a little bit short of the first down, and down 3 scores Shelby County. They might as well go for it.
Well, you have to go for it right here, you know.
Still 7 minutes and change to go as we'll take a look at this tumbling catch on the part of Dominic Woods. A second look from Brooke Tollison Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City, and serving surrounding areas as well. Actually not that far away from Odenville to Pell City, about a 15-minute drive or so.
Well, it's probably going to be a run right here. You get the
fourth down as Sipes keeps, and I think he's going to get his first down. Needed the 38, and I believe that is exactly where the officials are going to spot the football. And if it is around the 38, that will keep the Shelby County offense on the field, but St. Clair County says hold on. Let's see where they spot the football. They're going to make absolutely sure that this is a first down. So they're going to go ahead and bring out the chain gang to officially measure to make absolutely 100% sure that is a first down.
I think it's a heel-toe spot. I've never been good at this, but I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say he's short.
Well, our FNN cameras are pretty good at showing us the chain gang here. And that's going to be about a length of the football short. Hey, I thought it was a first down too, Eddie.
Hey, well, I got it. Hey, that's one of my guesses there. I'm a riverboat gambler, so I think I finally got one right.
Look, as far as Musso Motors is concerned, they may have needed just a little bit more gas in the tank to get the first down stick. So it's a Musso Motors first down, but for St. Clair County as they'll take over first down and 10. Nice job of the St. Clair County defense. Been a little bit also penalty aided as far as the Shelby County drive, but the Fighting Saint defense able to hold.
Okay, James, I got my quads here. I wish I could pause it right here, but they're outnumbered right here on the play.
Here's Landon Smith rocking and throwing, and that's caught at midfield for the first down. There you see the first down just about signified that time for Jeremiah Thomas, the sophomore.
You got to have your guys underneath, and then you got to have one inside linebacker to apex that so it actually appears to be 5-over-4, but you can't. Anytime you line up 4-over-4 with a man deep, you automatically beat.
Quick throw complete to Nichols as he's wrapped up at midfield as the tackle made by Ellison Clayton. So they'll say a couple yards. Check that on the play. Wise.
And that was a shoestring tackle right there, but when they do that, you got quads up at the top side now. And what's going to happen again? Okay, now they got 5 out there, so they're in pretty good shape. The cushion is too big, but they defensively are in pretty good shape.
Wise Environmental presents our third quarter. Almost halfway, actually past the halfway point of the third quarter. There's a double pump, but the completion to Douthard lowers that head, and it nearly gets to the first down at the Shelby County 42-yard line.
And Douthard his speed is unreal, man. I mean, he gets that thing and it accelerates 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
St. Clair County looking to basically put away Shelby County.
And if you notice, James, they got him right in the slot. So he's the number 4 receiver now. You count from the outside in. So he's at the number 4 slot place, and that usually means he has a linebacker on him, and that's normally a mismatch.
Quick throw to Travell Jones complete. Comes to the near boundary, and he goes out of bounds, but not before he gets his Musso Motors first down reception. So another first down keeps the St. Clair County offense on the field.
Now, don't be surprised if you see that mismatch on the linebacker. You see him run a seam route because the linebacker just can't run with that receiver when you move him on the inside.
Football at the Shelby County 37.
It's at the top side now.
Quick throw complete to Douthard as he loses the football, and does it stay in bounds? If it does, it's Shelby County football. But I think it might have just gotten out of bounds, Eddie, as we'll take another look. And there you see the football just go out of bounds. Shelby County very lucky to at least retain possession.
Now, they have to spot that football where it went out of bounds at. You can't spot it back where he...
Unless they overturn the catch and say that that's an incomplete pass.
Absolutely.
But they do say that that's a completion to Dothard, rather. As he'll be about 4 yards shy of the first down. A fairly rapidly played third quarter as Shelby County, they've been down most of the night as Pittman goes right up the middle as he's slammed back across the 30, but his forward progress takes him to about the 28-yard line as Cale Blevins at least brings him back on that textbook form tackle. Pet wait for maybe about a yard or two. So third down and short. A lot of cushion on both the outside receivers.
Well, they're giving 12 yards easily, 10 to 12-yard cushion because of the speed.
Play clock at 12. Play fake and quick throw to Jones. He'll have an easy first down as he's not touched until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
And again, as I mentioned earlier, the problem you have with that cushion, when you throw to the field side, that is a long throw, so it gives a cornerback time to recover. You want to throw that to the short side, or you want to move the formation in some.
Another Musso Motors first down. You can find them at muscomotors.com. Quick give up the middle, Pittman inside the 20, and now the first official red zone trip here in the second half. As we appreciate you for joining us here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. Your winning realtor friend and Lori Brasher brings us our Red Zone trip. Lori Brasher from Fields Gossett Realty. We'll call the football at the 19-yard line, second down. Thomas on the call, bangs forward close to the 15 at around the 16-yard line. Wise Environmental brings you our third quarter as St. Clair County on top by 3 scores, looking to add a few extra fireworks before getting to the finish line on homecoming. So far, St. Clair County, a solid performance, not certainly a mistake-free performance, but they've done more than what they've needed to do so far tonight. Third and short, as Smith steps up and wants to try and get to the first down marker, but cannot do so. Good pursuit by Blevins, who finishes off the play with the tackle. So fourth down. So it looks as if that the Fighting Saints offense, they'll just stay on the field and try and pick up this first down on fourth down in about a couple.
Well, I think this is a play right here where you throw the little bubble screen to Douthert and let him do his thing. Well, I think you're about to see it right here.
Fourth down in a couple.
We got the bunch quad set, and that's automatic right there. That's automatic.
Play clock under 10. Now just 5 on the play clock. Smith at 2, at 1, and they cannot get the play off. There's the flag in defensive backfield. Or, let's see, a timeout, a hometown fitness timeout before the flag. So we'll take the timeout with them. 1:19 to go, third quarter, 28-7 in favor of St. Clair County.
Wise Environmental Solutions Incorporated is a leader in the enhanced waste collection, septic system, resource recovery services industry in Alabama. With over 40 years of experience, we are committed to delivering superior customer service, innovative solutions, and protecting human and natural resources. Equipped to handle any situation, from regular residential services to emergency response situation. Some of the services that Wise Environmental Solutions offer is portable restrooms for events, restroom trailers, shower trailers, septic services, dumpsters and roll-offs, and industrial pumping. We are located at 2345 AL Highway 21 in Oxford, Alabama. Contact us today to take care of your events.
Fourth down on the way. As we'll have a whistle and a stoppage in play as we come off of the hometown fitness timeout. That's a flag on the play and a false start that time, Eddie, coming out of the timeout.
Absolutely. You can't do that. That's, again, lack of discipline. But that play call now has to change because instead of, fourth and short, now you're looking at fourth and, 7 yards maybe?
1:19 to go here in the third quarter.
So you notice the formation change now. So it's going to try to get probably Douthert in an ISO or some kind of deep route, get him one-on-one. All you got to do is give him the football.
A Lori Brasher red zone trip for St. Clair County as we'll have another whistle and a timeout on the field called for by St. Clair County. In fact, let's hear more from Coach Robinson earlier this week as Coach Robinson told us as far as his quarterback, Landon Smith, just how much he's been able to grow over the course of his career.
Oh, it's huge, man. You can anytime you're at home with your home crowd, your community behind you, it always makes it tougher and life tougher for the opponent. It was actually the flip side for us last year. I think we're our last 5 out of 6 were away last year. Having all those teams have to come to us this year in Odenville is very electric on Friday night. Everybody shuts down, businesses shut down, and they come show out and be loud for our kid. Having that home field advantage goes a long way. We do what we're supposed to do. Hopefully we'll have home field advantage first round of the playoffs as well.
Now, that was Coach Tyler Robinson talking about St. Clair County's season-ending stretch of 5 of their final 6 games at home beginning tonight.
Well, hey, you that's what you want. I mean, you're 3-1, possibly about to be 4-1, and then you got 5 of your last 6 games at home. That's what you want to do.
And in fact, they got a key game next week right here against Leeds. That should be an interesting ball game for the Saints in the Green Wave.
Absolutely. There's no giving. They got to go out and play, but, you always have that home field edge.
Leeds off of a brutal road loss at Jacksonville last week. 4th down and 7. Landon Smith drops, steps up, and throws in traffic and into the end zone and incomplete. A feet tangle, but nothing doing as the intended receiver was Tylen Nichols.
I think you might have should have got a PI right there. I have to agree with Coach.
Good call there, Eddie, as Coach Robinson for St. Clair County not exactly thrilled that there wasn't a flag thrown.
It was contact. It was a bump on the play right there. He probably should have got a if you look at it.
Now there's the fumble from earlier that just rolled out of bounds. As for Shelby County, they're able to get a defensive stop. And now they come back on the field to 1st down and 10 from around their own 18-yard line. Sipes on play action, tosses and incomplete. That's the second time, Eddie, we've seen a pass pattern with 2 Shelby County receivers in the same area.
Yes, it has to be a miscommunication. You had it looked like double tights, and you had both of them in the same area, and that's just somebody's running the wrong route or they're not getting the right space in one.
So 2nd down and 10. 1:07 to go here in the 3rd. Running back is Duncan Tyson as Sipes long throw, and that's through the hands of Dominic Woods, the wide receiver. Dangerous throw that time as Josh Douther just about had that long pass sized up for an interception.
Absolutely. I mean, either interception or you're going to get an ESPN hit right there.
3rd down and long. Just 7 on the board for Shelby County on the road tonight. They've struggled really to get any sort of consistent rhythm going offensively. Sipes drops back and now throws, and that is intercepted. Jumping the passing lane that time, Travell Jones for the interception.
Now, great play, but you got to control your emotion. He's close to getting a personal.
Let's take another look. Long throw again, and you look this time, Ryan Sipes pays for it as, I beg your pardon, Kendall Harris the one that makes the interception. Yeah, Kendall Harris from his safety spot, a great read as he was able to use his quickness to get the pick.
Absolutely. He made a great break on the football, but then he turned around and almost got a penalty. That's what the coach getting on him about now. I mean, you got to understand that.
1st down. There's Pittman, the lone setback beside Landon Smith. Pittman running room up the middle, spun around and taken down at the 15-yard line. Red zone trip for the Fighting Saints, courtesy of Lori Brasher, Realtor at Fields Gossett Realty. You can visit her at fieldsgossett.com. Your winning realtor friend, that is Lori Brasher. Off to the far side, a loose football, but able to recover that ball was Travell Jones. So that was a little bit of a shaky moment for St. Clair County, but they're able to get the Musso Motors 1st down as we come to the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. St. Clair County wants to get one more score on the board before we go to the 4th quarter. Smith drops back. He touches this one into the end zone and too far for Thomas, incomplete. 1 second to go here in the third quarter, so we'll have one more play coming up as a second down coming up. Second and goal as they save the football at the 9-yard line.
Well, and you want to do something quick, because you only have a certain amount of space. You don't have to try to go for the back of the end zone. It's like get it to one of the guys in space and let them make it happen,
Pittman in the backfield.
In cover 0.
And Pittman up the middle, nearly gets through as he's slammed down just shy of the goal line, about at the 2-yard line, as that will do it for the third quarter. One more quarter to go as St. Clair County are looking to take this one to the finish line. 12 more minutes to go. Fourth quarter on the way as St. Clair County leads 28-7.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Presentation of at least the red, white, and blue here before we begin the fourth quarter, as your score is St. Clair County 28 and Shelby County 7. Homecoming night here in Odenville, Alabama. James Hardy, Coach Eddie Bullock, Shasta Jones, Jackson New, a cast of thousands as far as our FNN crew tonight on homecoming here at St. Clair County High School. Technically about a short field goal away from the campus of St. Clair County High School, so we're actually on the campus of Odenville Intermediate School, just really down the street from St. Clair County High. But a great atmosphere tonight, a packed house for homecoming, as St. Clair County essentially in position to put some icing on the cake here as they're up 28-7 in a solid all-around night so far. 4 touchdown passes for Landon Smith. And also the Saints defense has allowed just one score on the night, and that came in the first quarter. Fourth quarter about to begin. Southern Benefit Advisors brings us our fourth quarter. More than 25 years of experience in helping people with Medicare insurance plans. Let us help you with this AEP, which starts this October. So we have a goal to go situation, third down and goal. We'll call it the 3-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Smith drops back, rolls, directs traffic, needs help, and now throws into the end zone and gets his man. Incomplete, however, as Thomas too far behind the back line of the end zone. We'll take another look as Landon Smith directs where he wants Thomas to go. And Thomas, let's look at this, and yeah, just about a stride too far in the back of the end zone. That is a great camera angle right there.
Absolutely. You got to know where you are right there. But hey, he's left-handed. If it's me, I'm putting Douthert on the left side and letting him roll out and make something happen.
Pittman in the backfield. Douthert to the near side. Fourth and goal. Smith, back pylon and in the air and caught for the touchdown by Tylen Nichols for his second catch for a touchdown this evening.
It's perfect execution. And if you look, the coach said throw that football to the back pylon back there. And that's what he did.
And able to do so as he was able to get it past the hands of McGinnis for the touchdown. That was a good look and good touch on the ball by the St. Clair County quarterback, Landon Smith. Calvin Overton on the kick. And that is on the way, and that is up, and that is good. And let's hear, as first off, 35-7 in favor of St. Clair County. So we'll take the timeout here on FNN.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
$35-7 in favor of the home team in St. Clair County on homecoming night in Odenville. Honoring God, reaching people, and building families. That's the identity for Calvary Baptist Church as they present our kickoff. As Overton ready to meet toe to leather. End over and kick, and that'll go into the end zone for a touchback. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Southern Benefit Advisors brings you our fourth quarter, located at Heritage Valley Drive, not too far away from Odenville in Springville, Alabama. Their number at 205-362-6734, and you can find them online at southernbenefitsadvisors.com. So a solid night on homecoming for St. Clair County. As Shelby County looking to at least get something positive going before they conclude the night. The second of a 4-game road swing as Tyson cuts it back up the middle, and he'll stretch forward close to the 30-yard line. Hasn't had too many carries so far this evening. But Tyson, one of his better runs so far on this final Friday of September. Don't forget, we'll be back at Lot Mosby Memorial Stadium next Friday night, 6:30 for our countdown to kickoff, and 7 o'clock for Anniston and Cherokee County. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. That was a first down run for Tyson. So first down and 10 is Tyson again on the call. Good vision that time as he bangs his way across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. So second down upcoming. We'll take a look as far as the schedule the rest of the way for St. Clair County. As we mentioned, 5 of their last 6 in the regular season, including tonight, right here at home. Only road trip the rest of the regular season is just up 174 to Springville on October the 10th. And then otherwise, Leeds, Lincoln, Jacksonville, and Asheville all come to St. Clair County. Tyson skips his way for modest yardage, close to the 40-yard line. They'll advance that down marker to about the 39-yard line. So third down and short upcoming. Don't forget also Tuesday night we'll have the FNN Coaches Show from Top of the River on the north side of Anniston, where we'll also award another Player of the Week, courtesy from our friends at Talladega Short Track. Also a big weekend over at Talladega Short Track this weekend as Tyson wrapped up in the backfield by 3 different maroon shirts, including at least the linebacker in number 8, Brody Haynes, who got the block punt earlier on the tackle.
Well, it's easy to stop, James, because they're not showing any pass threat. Once they line up in that tight formation, St. Clair County know they're going to run the football. So, I mean, it's so easy to stop.
Bo Simmons also helped out coming off the bench with the tackle. Punting time is now Cooper Pennington in to punt. Back to return, Jones and Douthard. As we'll have a hometown fitness timeout on the field, and we'll be seeing, with a 35-7 lead, we will see if Landon Smith is able to come back out onto the field. But this is just his junior year, and he started all of his sophomore year last year. So let's see if we can hear from Coach Robinson from our FNN microphones earlier this week as far as just the growth that Landon Smith has enjoyed at quarterback.
His decision making, because he threw 39 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions last year. But he's doing a really good job of understanding pre-snap things we ask of him and getting the ball out of his hand a lot faster this year than he has in the past 2 years. So he's made major strides in that area that we always talk about in the quarterback room. How Tom Brady was so good for so long was because he knew what he was about to do before the ball was snapped. Landon has taken major strides in that area. As long as he continues to do so and get the ball fast out of his hands, so our guys will continue to be successful offensively.
And so far, a successful night for Landon Smith and his St. Clair County Fighting Saints teammates. They were tied at 7 about midway through the first quarter, but Shelby County has never led so far tonight. St. Clair County has led for almost the entire night. Looks like a couple of substitutions for St. Clair County as Jordan Hawkins checks in on special teams. Pennington gets the punt off, a line drive punt that sails over Jones's head, and that'll come to a stop at about the 19-yard line or so. First down and 10 as we're under 9 minutes to go in the football game. One of the last non-region weeks of the regular season there will be for most of the state of Alabama, and that week, Halloween week, the final week of the regular season, where you'll see the other non-region games for the most part, except for 3A Region 6, where they will be playing Region Week during Halloween week. In fact, here's our lineup coming up this week, our FNN Coaches Show on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday night, Cherokee County at Anniston, 6:30, your countdown to kickoff. And, of course, our Bucks Island scoreboard show comes on following the game. Quick throw to Douthard complete. Little bubble screen pass as he'll fight his way for minimal yardage to about the 20-yard line. So second down coming up. And also let's take a look at the road ahead for Shelby County after tonight. At Demopolis next week, and then at Montevallo on the 10th. Back home against Selma for their region finale on the 17th. An off week on the 24th, and then October 30th at home against East Limestone to conclude the regular season. Second and long. Up the middle. Pittman across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. And so we have about 8 minutes to go until we reach the finish line. So far, a solid, successful homecoming night for St. Clair County. And, of course, as you know, Eddie, a lot of distractions during homecoming week, but so far it appears that St. Clair County has done what they've needed to do tonight.
Well, and that's the main thing. I used to tell my football team, hey, homecoming for the school and the people that come back home, hey, we got a football game, we got to win.
And of course, the more winning that St. Clair County does, the more folks are going to come out here and pack out at least St. Clair County's home field. There's some nifty maneuvering from Landon Smith as he shows off some of his wheels across the 30 for a Musso Motors first down. So he cranks up the engine, gets that car across the first down marker for the first down.
Right, I think they had a mix-up on the routes up front, what they were supposed to do. He looked left. Wasn't nothing there, and they tried to do the scramble drill down here on the boundary side, and he just tucked it and done what he needed to do, and that's just turn a negative into a positive.
So the offense stays on the field. First down. Up the middle. And it looks as if we have a backup running back that checks in to the ball game. Pittman has gotten most of the carries at running back so far this evening. Looks as if Jaden Taylor on the carry as he's able to advance the football to about the 37-yard line. So second down upcoming. Already at 6.5 minutes to go in the football game. We'll hear from Shasta Jones here in just a moment, as she'll have some information about Travell Jones as the catch made to the far side. As the reception looks like by Jones. In fact, right on cue, let's send it down to Shasta Jones, who has more information on the senior wide receiver, Trey Jones.
Trey told me this week he's gotten bigger and faster this year, and he wants to get 1,000 yards receiving and 15-plus touchdowns. He wants the younger players to learn to always work hard and never give up on the bigger goal. As for Trey himself, he looks up to his head coach, Tyler Robinson, who has been the biggest role model in his life. Trey's ultimate goal after this year is to play college football and study psychology.
Well, I think Eddie, Trey, and Josh Douthert, and probably a few other of the St. Clair County Fighting Saints, they'll be having some football playing Saturdays, most likely, some of them in their future.
Absolutely. I see about 6 out there right off the bat I know can play on Saturday. So, it's going to be interesting if all of them pursue their careers and, do the things they need to do in the classroom and, stay healthy.
Right up the middle. The carry by Jaden Taylor. So it gets across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. St. Clair County trying to bleed this clock as they've gotten it down to 5 minutes, 5 minutes now to go, and now under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. A test to see whether St. Clair County can just bleed out this clock. As the line to reach is the Shelby County 49-yard line for the first down. It's third down and about 3. There's the quick throw to Jones as he'll spin out of one tackle, gets out of another, and he gets the first down and more as he shows some excitement and still on his feet, and he may take it to the house as he finally gets wrapped up deep in Shelby County territory as it finally took the combo of Noah Trenholm and Brennan Robinson to push him out of bounds. Look at that maneuvering, Eddie.
Well, that's what you can't coach right there. That's just speed and agility right there.
Brooke Tollison, Alpha Insurance of Pell City on that second look. Get it at Martin Street South in Pell City. You can also visit her at alphainsurance.com/Brooke Tollison. Has a big chunk play on the ground for the backup running back for Taylor. Jaden Taylor, 5'8", 155, as we'll see him find the opening up the middle. And almost able to take it to the house as he's wrapped up, and we have a hometown fitness timeout because it appears there is an injured Shelby County Wildcat down on the field.
Well, I tell you what I do in these situations here, though, James. Hey, the numbers I told you, the skill guys 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they come out the game.
Without question, including Landon Smith.
Right, you up 30. That's right, and Douthert, you up 35-7 with 4:22 left to go in the game. Hey, I take them out the game, and if we score, fine. If we don't score, hey, we go back out and play defense. But you don't want any freak accident, anything to happen, a twisted ankle, a hurt knee or something like that. When you're up this big with. And you're going to win the game.
Lori Brasher from Fields Gossett Realty brings us another St. Clair County red zone trip. In fact, we've got, looks like the injured St. Clair County defender still down on the field. Gives us a time, a big appreciation, a lot of newcomers as far as our sponsor family here with FNN tonight. As coming up, good sign to see for Shelby County's Noah Trenholm, as he'll be able to at least get up on his feet and still helped off across the way to the Shelby County bench.
You can see him walk off on down. That's a good sign.
Southern Benefit Advisors, another first-time sponsor of ours. They present our fourth quarter. Also a big race weekend over at the Talladega Short Track. Not too far, about a 20-minute drive or so away from Odenville. Actually races tonight and tomorrow. As there's, it's like another, or Taylor rather, gets the call as he gets stacked up for a loss of 1.
18 King on the stop. 18
Talladega Short Track will be bringing us another FNN Player of the Week coming up on Tuesday as part of our FNN Coaches Show from Top of the River. Jim Jacobs, myself, and Joe Medley will be talking with players and coaches from around our area and previewing a big first Friday of October coming up, including Anniston and Cherokee County. Also, Pell City will have a big 6A Region 6 game against Oxford at home on next Friday. As there's the pitch to Taylor, not quite able to get the corner as he's ridden out of bounds about a yard and a half shy of the pylon.
Well, he ran the speed option right there. In my mind, I was thinking veer, but he didn't have a fullback in the backfield when he spread them out like that because you only had one linebacker sitting on the outside there.
Almost at the 3-minute mark to go as the clock stops.
See, right here, I come back with a little speed action to the right here.
3rd and goal. Plenty of time on the play clock at 12 seconds. Taylor still in the backfield. Here's the pitch. Taylor turns the corner and goes in untouched for the St. Clair County touchdown. First touchdown of the night for Jay Taylor, the freshman, as he gets on the board, and that puts the cherry on top of the St. Clair County homecoming cake tonight. And there you see around the corner goes Jaden Taylor as he's able to score his first touchdown of the evening. Overton coming in for the extra point. That's up, and that is good. Timeout, 2:57 to go in the ball game, 42-7 in favor of St. Clair County.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
St. Clair County 42 and Shelby County 7. St. Clair County 2 minutes 57 seconds away from improving to 4-1 on the season. Shelby County will drop to 3-3 overall. Both teams with huge region games next week. For Shelby County on the road to Marengo County to take on Demopolis. And then St. Clair County remains at home for another big region matchup in 5A Region 6 against Leeds. Overton's kickoff in and out of the end zone, a Calvary Baptist Church kickoff. Calvary Baptist of Odenville. Many thanks to all of our sponsors tonight, including Calvary Baptist. In fact, a lot of first-time newcomers into our FNN family. Brenchville Animal Hospital. Southern Benefit Advisors, that brings us our 4th quarter. Also, Lori Brasher Realtor at Fields Gossett Realty. Brooke Tollison Alpha Insurance Agency of Pell City. Musso Motors and Odenville Drugs.
James, I tell you something, get overlooked. St. Clair County, Overton kicking that football. You know, they've only got an opportunity to return.
There's a good cutback as Tyson into the open field. He still stays on his feet, and he'll go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown from 80 yards out. There's a flag on it, though, as also a St. Clair County man down at the 20-yard line.
Well, he fell on his foot right there, his heel, so he kind of, I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him, but you want to hope he didn't, maybe land on his ribs or something. That's what you're afraid of when you get down to this time.
Oh, good recognition by Duncan Tyson that time. as he was able to reverse field. Unfortunately for him, that 80-yard touchdown is going to be wiped off due to a holding call. So that's a spot foul that moves the football to the 35 of Shelby County, but that is good enough for a Musso Motors first down.
Well, you got the younger guys out there too, so you got to understand that player development and that Harris.
It is indeed.
And he that's one that started. So you don't want him to go down in a fluke situation,
Well, whenever you see the cherries and berries across the way as far as the directing the post-game traffic, you know that most of the folks are about ready to get home after, especially for this St. Clair County faithful that I imagine are more than satisfied at the Saints' 42-7 margin right now. Here's the give off the far side. As you got some backups into the ball game now for St. Clair County, for both teams really. As the carry by Hayden Kenny. So second down coming up as the football across the 40 at around the 42-yard line.
Well, you definitely want the younger guys in. You do not want anybody to get hurt at this time.
Just shy of the first down. And again, on the call is Hayden Kenny. Under 2 minutes to go in the football game. So, a third down and short on the way. 90 seconds left in the game. A tough couple of yards, but enough for the first down for Hayden Kenny. The senior, as he's gotten 3 carries so far on the night, or at least on this drive, rather.
Well, you said run, clock, run.
And so Shelby County trying to at least get something positive going before they go back home to Columbiana. Also a new quarterback into the ball game for Shelby County as Aiden Foster in the game, the freshman. Hayden Kenny again on the call. 47 seconds left in the football game. So the star of the ball game, really a good, solid team effort for St. Clair County tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, those skill guys, man, were unbelievable.
Landon Smith able to distribute the ball very well to his receivers for the Saints. That might be the final play tonight as the give to Kenny as he gets to midfield. As the clock down to 15 seconds, and that probably will be the final play from scrimmage. So dominating night, as it turns out, for St. Clair County as they cruise to a homecoming win to close out September, 42-7 over Shelby County. We'll take the timeout and begin our post game after this.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
Tonight from St. Clair County as the Fighting Saints able to take care of Shelby County 42-7. James Hardy with you along with our FNN crew, and we'll send it down to the field for Shasta Jones with Coach Tyler Robinson and I believe quarterback Landon Smith.
Out of the ballpark for homecoming tonight. What do you feel took this game away for you guys for the W tonight?
I was proud of our effort. Again, I'm really not happy with our execution. It wasn't our standard of play, but for us to still not be at our best, but to still put up that many points, and our defense was lights out tonight. Could be more proud of them stopping the run. That offense is very explosive and it's tough, hard-nosed offense. And our defense stood the test tonight, and offensively we got some things to work on. But very proud of the efforts, and overall, homecoming to get a win on it, man, you can't draw it up any better than that.
Well, congratulations on this win.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. And for you, what a great job tonight as the quarterback of this team leading it. Tell me, how did this feel with your receptions that you were making, with the passes you were throwing? What was going through your mind seeing those connect?
My wide receivers, they take off when they get the ball, so I try to get it to them. O-line blocked their tail off, and it was a fun night overall.
And how about you kept your composure. You didn't let the defense, they didn't phase you tonight. Tell me how that felt when you were passing off for the runs for all of your running backs and all those guys making those plays tonight for that.
It felt fun and easy when the O-line pushes them back that far and the wide receivers get open. It's that easy for me, so it's a fun night.
Well, congratulations on this homecoming win.
That's been all right. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll send it back to you, James.
Thank you very much, Shasta, as well as Coach Robinson and Landon Smith. And Eddie, your final thoughts on a convincing homecoming win tonight for St. Clair County?
Well, I think St. Clair County did what they needed to do. Shelby County has a great team, but, I told Jim earlier, you can't coach speed. And, they had about 6 or 7 athletes that just, they couldn't match the athleticism, so.
Big matchup for St. Clair County next week right here in Odenville against Leeds, and also a big matchup in 5A Region 3 for Shelby County as they go to Demopolis next week. And there you see all the fine folks that helped make tonight's game possible. Don't forget, we're back at Lot Mosby Memorial Stadium next Friday for Anniston and Cherokee County for our game of the week. 6:30 countdown to kickoff, 7 o'clock when toe meets leather, and also on Tuesday is our FNN Coaches Show from Top of the River. So we'll wish you a good Friday night and a big college football weekend coming up. So for Eddie Bullock, Shasta Jones, Jackson New, Jim Jacobs, and our FNN crew, James Hardy wishing you a good Friday night as you have been watching the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.